Hey everyone, welcome. I am sharing with you today about up-leveling your life and kind of something that happens, I think, a lot of the times with people is that it's easy for us to sit around and wait for what's the right opportunity for this to happen, and I'm doing all the right things, or just waiting for the right moment to make things happen, which may or may not ever come, right? So when up-leveling your life, hey Sharon, one of the things you want to look for and think about is what area can you take that you're having fear around, or you're having discomfort around, or you're having dread around, because what happens when we think about up-leveling is we have this ceiling of where we think we can go. Anything above that ceiling, we don't think we can ever reach. It's oh, that's out of reach, or someday, or 10 years from now, or long time away from now, right? And so, but what you should really think about is the limitless possibilities that we have, right? And that we can move so much faster than we realize that we can. And so what you should really be doing is you should be looking at what are the areas especially above that ceiling. It doesn't have to be, but what are the areas that you can take a look of that you would dread to do? I can never do that. That is so scary. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I could ever do that. And there's going to be a lot of areas there to look at. And whether it's doing professional videos, or speaking on stage, or creating a full programming on an online program, for example, things like that you might be looking at, or think that, oh my gosh, that's out of reach 5 to 10 years from now, or writing a book maybe. So here's what I would recommend. You take one of those things, you take one of them, the thing that you might dread or you're afraid of or whatever, and you do it. You do it to some degree. I mean, if it's something like writing a book, maybe you write an outline, right? You do something from those things that are scaring you. You pick one and you move forward with that one. And you move forward in some form or fashion with that one thing. Let's take the writing the book one, for example. It's not the fact that, writing a book is scary, but it's just that you're facing your fear, right? Hey, Florence, I loved your interview. I loved that. So it's the fact that you're facing your fear. It's not oh, there's this book and it takes all this work. What's really important if we're up-leveling our life is that you're facing the fear, or you're facing the dread, or you're facing the thing that's making you be asleep, right? Because I know for me, I can just be oh, that's just too much, or that's too far away, or that's not something that I could ever do. But I guarantee you, if you can move forward in one of the areas where you're either asleep or you're scared or something, because being asleep is just another form of fight, flight, or freeze. It's just a neurological freeze signal, basically. Those places where we're asleep, that's all that is. And so you want to face those things. If you can face them, you're training yourself to do more. And this is a way that we can up-level our lives at a faster speed, actually. We can start to strategically think about how to access the places that we thought were inaccessible. And it's not that you have to make this giant leap and all of a sudden you think you're going to speak to 1 million people on the stage. Or it's not that all of a sudden you think you're going to have your book written by tomorrow. But if you're taking the steps to do something that you hadn't done before, that is a step in that direction, you're teaching yourself, you're teaching your brain, and you're telling the universe that you can do it. And so things will start to happen in your life. Things will start to happen for you on the inside. It's going to change your vibration. You're going to attract more opportunities to you. And you've also changed the way your brain works. So it's amazing. And it's It's really a key to up-leveling your life. And Florence, I know you know this too, because I'm seeing you do amazing things and interesting things that I'm sure are outside of your comfort zone. So I wanted to share that with you today because it's a powerful message to helping you to up-level your life.